So I felt it was only right to start out Summerween with nothing other than my Beetlejuice shirts. So that's what we're doing. It also makes me want to watch Beetlejuice, so you never know what could happen this week. So anyway, Summerween has officially started today. It is from today the 15th through the 21st, which is on a Thursday, and I have some very exciting things planned. So I'm going to go through the thing. So you obviously have the hosts for Summerween, which are Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, and then you have Gabby from Gabby Reads. And like I told you, the dates are the 15th through the 21st, and these are the prompts that they have. I'm going to go through the prompts and show you the books that I'm reading. So today, Olivia and I are going to be kicking off Summerween by buddy reading The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. And I think we're both using this for the same thing. I don't quite know. But I'm using it for a book with Halloween colors on the cover because it has, you know, the black cat, the green and yellows, and it also has orange in her name. So I thought that would work really well. Everybody has raved about this book. Like, they love it. They cannot get enough of it. So I want to read this one before I read Sundial, which is her next book that she wrote. These are considered to be in the horror genre, and so I'm very excited to get to this one. So let me tell you a little bit about what it's about. So you have this family, which contains 3 people in the family that live in this house in Washington. And I was going to try and explain better, like, who the 3 people in the family are, but the way that she words it is just really well in the synopsis. So I think I'm just going to read you, like, the synopsis because it's pretty short. So yeah, let me just tell you what it's about. So it says, in a boarded up house on a dead-end street at the edge of the wild Washington woods lives a family of 3. A teenage girl who isn't allowed outside, not after last time, a man who drinks alone in front of his TV, trying to ignore the gaps in his memory, and a house cat who loves napping and reading the Bible. An unspeakable secret binds them together, but when a new neighbor moves in next door, what is buried among the birch trees may come back to haunt them all. It says, The Last House on Needless Street is an immersive and shocking journey that will keep you guessing until the last page. You have Sarah Pinborough, who has blurbed this book, Stephen King, who has blurbed this book. You also have like AJ Finn, Joe Hill, Alex North, T. Kingfisher, Mike Mignola, Adam Neville, Rachel Housel Hall, Christopher Golden, and Paul Tremblay, who have all blurbed this book. So, given that those people are, you know, saying that you should read this book, I think that that's a good inclination that I should. So me and Olivia, this book is like 12 hours on Scribd if you listen at 1 time speed. So we both, I think, listen at 2 times speed for it. So we should be able to get this book done in 6 hours, which is totally doable today. She gets off work early, and once she gets done running some errands and doing things, we're going to start around 3 o'clock and read this book. So I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm ready to buddy read it with her because everybody says the shock factor is so much that I just want to feed off of each other's energy. I'm not sure like what order I'll go in with the next books, but I will tell you like the prompts and what I'm planning on reading. So I'm planning, there are 2 prompts. One is read a book in the dark or at night is what they mean, and make or bake a spooky fall themed treat. And so I'm going to try and do both of those together with 1 book, and that book is going to be The Okay Witch by Emma Stinkler, Steinkellner, I don't know how you say her last name. I believe it's Steinkellner, I don't know. But this follows a 13-year-old girl named Moth. She also has a little cat. She has always been like obsessed with witches and just anything that has to do with them, but then she starts to like realize that they're not just like these fictional beings, they're actually real. So some things go down during Halloween, and Moth ends up finding out that her family, that she comes from a family line of witches, which is really, really cool, and I do like that concept. I think it's just very neat, and she's just so cute. So then, you know, she meets this talking cat. She starts discovering her powers, which I think is very hard for her because you don't really know how to control your powers at age 13. Plus, she's just found out that she has them. So things are not going like her way, but maybe not necessarily in a terrible way. So this is supposed to be just a very cute and quirky little read, but it also, I'm sure, has some deeper meanings, as most middle grade novels do. And the artwork in it is really cute and pretty, and I just think the cover is to die for. So I'm very interested to see how this one turns out. So I want to bake these sugar cookies that are in the shape of witches' hats and decorate them myself and see how they turn out. But we're going to see how the week goes with that one. The next prompt is to read a novel with the word haunt in the title, and this one was a little bit challenging for me. I looked around and I could not find many books that have the word haunt in them. You do have some to choose from Darcy Coates, who is a really big horror author. She uses the word haunt in a lot of hers, and there is The Haunting of Hill House, but I have already attempted to read that and I ended up DNFing it because I just didn't enjoy it. But I finally settled on The Haunting of Avalyn Jones by Phil Hicks. Look how stinking cute and fall themed that is. It's adorable. This was really hard to get though, because it's not anywhere on audiobook apps where you can listen to the audiobook unless it's in Spanish, and unfortunately I don't know Spanish enough to the point where I can listen to it and understand it. So I looked this up on Amazon, and it was going to come from Book Depository, and they were going to ship it, and it said that it was going to get here from the 14th to the 20th, and I was really nervous because I was scared I wasn't going to get here in time for me to read it for the readathon. But it got here a week early, so I was very impressed with it, and it looks gorgeous, and oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I think Elizabeth from Ponytails and Paperbacks and Olivia are also going to be reading this book, so it'll be very interesting to see our thoughts on it and combine what we think after we finish it. So Avalyn is very into ghost stories. She loves them. So while she's in school, she finds this really old book that I think is full of these interesting and intriguing stories, and it used to belong to this girl named Primrose. Well, Primrose was a girl who went missing and was never discovered, and so I think Avalyn is trying to look more into her disappearance and her story to see what all it entails, and she ends up meeting a new friend, Harold, who it doesn't go into much detail about who Harold is, so I'm very excited and intrigued to find out who he is. And then something happens where someone, and they put something in parentheses, is also coming for her, since that has opened up, and I think this is the first in a series. Because it does have a book called The Bewitching of Avalyn Jones that looks like it's the next one, so I hope that I enjoy this one and can pick up the second one as well. And the last one is to read a slasher, and I chose to read The Final Girls Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I've heard really mixed reviews on this book. I have never read a book by Grady Hendrix. I know he's written The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and he's also written My Best Friend's Exorcism, and both are really good books that I want to get to because I've heard nothing but good things about them, and I just want to start off with this one because I tend to want to start off with their mediocre books or books that people feel iffy about, because it usually can only get better from there. And also this cover just looks so stunning to me. So you're following our main character, Lynette, who she ended up surviving a massacre 20 odd something years ago. I don't quite remember how long it was, but she survived this massacre, and everybody always talks about you have the final girl who either ends up surviving or not surviving, but it's the last person left standing basically, and things that happen like that. So she is not the only one though. She ends up meeting, I think, a group of 5 girls who also were in the same kind of position that she was and were final girls themselves, and so she meets that group, and I think it's just a way for them to bond and try and move past and move on through what they've been through and make sure they're, you know, keeping each other safe and accountable with their feelings. But then one of the girls ends up missing a meeting and doesn't come back, and so all of the girls are getting together and they're like, we cannot let this happen, and they're determined, I think, to take back their life before whoever is coming after them decides to take them down. So anyway, it's going to be a really fun week. Those are all the reads that I want to get done, and I think that it's very possible for me to do. So I'm very excited, and I've only read one book this month, and it's the 15th. We're halfway through July, and I've only read one book. So I'm very excited for this readathon to kind of pick it up, and I think it's just because I read a ton in June that it kind of burned me out a little bit, and I am feeling sort of burned out. So I'm trying to make this a very chill, very relaxing readathon week. So yeah, I do have plans tomorrow. Olivia from Liv's Library, obviously, and Jordan from Bookish Gym, which I will leave her link in the description below as well. She is driving from Tennessee to come meet me and Olivia in South Carolina, and we are going to go see Where the Crawdads Sing. We are going to, I think, eat tacos, and we're going to go book shopping. So we're going to be spending the entire day with her tomorrow. I will definitely take you guys along. It's going to be so much fun. I literally cannot wait, and we're just gonna have a blast. So we have that. I do have like a baby shower to attend on Sunday, and then I am doing reading sprints / productivity sprints with Keisha on her channel on Sunday evening, like late afternoon evening. So we're gonna be doing that. I'm probably gonna be doing homework the entire time while she reads, so that's why we're like musing together productivity sprints and reading sprints. So I'm very excited for that. It's gonna be a good time. And yeah, other than that, my week's pretty clear. The boys that I watch are on vacation this week, so I'm just house sitting / dog sitting, and it's gonna be a fairly easy week. So I'm very excited to just get to relax and read and hopefully finish up homework. This week of school is officially like my last week of work, and then next week will be like final exams and things like that. So I'm almost done with school, which is going to open up my reading time even more. So that's good news. I cannot wait.
She's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her the hardcover.
I feel like my setting right now is giving off very spooky vibes, and I don't know how to feel about it. Blah, blah, blah. I feel like my setting right now is giving off very spooky vibes, and I don't know how to feel about it because I'm at a place that I don't stay at all the time, and I just kind of want to be home. But it is what it is. I'm on page 29 and still confused, still don't know what to think, but Lauren said that I would still be confused at this point, to just keep reading, and who knows when things are going to start making sense, but I'm trusting in Lauren, so she's pretty easy person to trust. But I'm going to turn on, if the TV will turn on, I will turn it on. I'm probably going to turn it on and play something in the background, just so I'm not like completely freaked out, you know? And yeah, going to continue reading. If I get to a point where I'm like, I think I'm going to be scared to go to sleep tonight, I'm just going to either stop reading and watch Gilmore Girls, or I'm going to stop reading this book and read, like, what's it called? Ariadne. So we shall see how that goes. If you can't tell, I'm freaking out right now. I'm about to go meet Olivia and Jordan in 15 minutes. I'm so freaking excited. We are going to start our day off at Tipsy Taco, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna get some tacos, and then I think we're gonna go book shopping from there, and then we'll go to the Crawdad movie, and then maybe get dinner. I'm not 100% sure. We didn't make like set plans, we just made like a kind of this is our layout of the day to try and stick to. That way we have like some sort of plan. But I'm just excited to go and meet her. I'm excited to get to hang out with Olivia again. I love hanging out with Olivia, but it's just gonna be a good time. But I wanted to get this on my camera because I'm not gonna take my camera with me. I'm just gonna get footage on my phone. So let's go ahead and head to Tipsy Taco. The life of a booktuber right there.
Okay, don't worry.
Then we have the life of a bookstagrammer. So I may have spent over $100 at the bookstore. I may have purchased 8 books. Oh no. I recommend shopping with your book besties, but if you need a voice of reason, I don't, because me and Jordan and Olivia have just been feeding off of each other, and we're like, you definitely need to read this, and you need to read this, and you need to get this, and it's just still so much fun. And so we're heading now to the movie. It starts in like 30 minutes, but I think we're gonna go there, get situated, go to the bathroom, and get ready and all that good stuff. So we are very excited, very ready, and I just, oh my gosh, this day has been nothing short of perfect. And I'm so sad because I don't want it to end and I don't want Jordan to leave, but I'm so happy and thankful to have gotten like this time spent with her and spent with Olivia as well. Y'all have to excuse me because I was literally about to get on here and be like, well, Jordan left, but I was about to cry. Oh my gosh, like it was so good to get to spend 8 hours with her. We spent 9 hours technically together, and I'm just so sad that she's gone. Like, I love her. She's an amazing person. She's the sweetest soul. She came all the way out here to meet me and Olivia and then paid for our dinner. I love her. Like, I want her to be my mom. Jordan, you can adopt me. I'll come live with you. People. Where the Crawdads Sing, the movie was spectacular. I told the girls it was probably like the best book to movie adaptation I've seen in a while. Where the Crawdads Sing is one of my favorite books, and that's definitely like one of my favorite movies now, and I will stand by that. I was trying to think of anything else. I'm heading home. It's like 8:13 now. I want to get home before the sun goes down because I don't like going home and getting there in the dark. But I'm gonna read some more of Needless Street and see what happens. So I will see you guys when I get there. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's kind of dark where I am, and I'm trying not to get like all the darkness. I hope I don't get like emotional during this because I'm feeling very sad right now. It's like a dumb reason to be sad, but Jordan's gone back to Tennessee. I'm just kind of like, it was just such a good day, and I think I'm upset because I'm so thankful, because I am, for one, like, I'm very thankful to have Olivia live near me, because I literally don't know what I would do without her. She has become one of my closest friends and a person that I go to constantly for anything. And I'm just so thankful that I have, like, that she's been put in my life. And then, like, just everybody that I've talked to from BookTube and Bookstagram have just been amazing people. And I don't want to come on here and cry in front of you guys, but I'm trying to be like, I mean, this is how I feel, and this is what I'm going through today, and this is a vlog, but like, I'm just thankful that the people that I'm close to, have just been the best people. Like, I could not have asked for a better community to be a part of. The fact that Jordan came all the way down here and was just the sweetest human being, and I love her dearly. And I just, like, am looking forward to seeing her again, and I can't wait. But enough of me being vulnerable for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the books that I got today. There is one that I'm leaving out that I'm not going to show yet because I'm saving it for a different video that will come later on in the year. So don't worry about that, but let's go ahead and go through what I got. So I've been in a big manga binge, or like manga mood lately, and I have been reading Witch Hat Adler, and I am like, I read the first 3 volumes, and I was really, like, I'm really enjoying that one. So while I was there, I picked up volume 4, and I literally cannot wait to get to it. I'm trying to accumulate the volumes, so I'm probably going to pick them up, like, as soon as I read them, and then go pick up the next one, if I'm being honest. But then I also got, I think you say it Freyrin? I believe that's how you say it. Beyond Journey's End. It sounds really cute. Olivia recommended it, and she's manga queen, so of course I'm going to pick it up. And then I picked up another manga, which this is part of Studio Ghibli's Final Fantasy world, and I am super excited. It is called Beyond the Clouds, The Girl Who Fell from the Sky. Look how adorable. Like, oh my gosh. It's gorgeous. I saw the first 3 volumes, and they all look just as pretty. The next book, Cami from Burrows and Books recommended, and it is As Seen on TV by Meredith Shore, I think is how you say it, or Score. And it's supposed to be really close to, like, Gilmore Girls, and it sounds really cute. I'm not going to go into, like, I haven't read, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't always read the synopsis fully before I pick up a book. If somebody recommends it to me and is like, this is going to give you Gilmore Girl vibes, I just picked it up. I don't even need to read the back because I trust you. The next book I have been seeing in so many places, and I literally knew nothing about it. And then I saw Caitlin from Pride and Paperbacks pick it up, and I was like, yeah, I'm picking that up. And it is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This cover is gorgeous. It's supposed to be like ACOTAR meets Bridgerton, and I'm here for it. The next book that I got is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This one happens to be an autographed copy. I was very, very happy that I got that. And yeah, I'm just very excited. Olivia's talked about this one, and it sounds really cute, and I've heard nothing but good things so far about it, so I figured that I would definitely like it. And the last one that I'm going to show you guys is probably no surprise, but it is the second volume of Lore Olympus by Rachel Smith, and oh my gosh, I'm not going to go into detail about what this one's about because it's obviously the sequel to a book, which is the first volume of Lore Olympus, which was also a Webtoons, like, it was a big story on Webtoons. So, I'm very excited to get to this one. I'll probably read this one very soon just because I've been waiting for this one to come out, and it just looks so gorgeous. Like, I'm in love with this book cover already, you know? Good morning, you guys. It is day 3 of Summerween. I went to bed pretty early. I was so exhausted from the entire day, and it wasn't like we did anything to make me exhausted, but I was just really tired. And so I got in this chair, and after I like showed you guys my books, I literally did not move, and I just watched the Great British Baking Show while I relaxed. And then I was gonna try and pick up Neela Street, but I was seriously like could not even force myself to hold a book at that moment, and so I didn't, and I went to bed and I think I fell asleep at like 11:30, which is kind of not early for me. I guess it's like an hour early. I usually end up falling asleep around 12 or 12:30. But I literally, like, usually if I go to bed, I'm like scrolling through my phone, looking at TikToks or something like that. But I literally didn't even do that. I just laid my phone down and went straight to sleep. But I have some things planned today. I do need to do some homework. I was wanting to get it done before I get on sprints with Keisha. That way I'm not doing homework the entire time I'm with her, but I may just like do some homework for one sprint and then start reading for like the rest of the sprints, because we are doing them for 2 hours. But I also have a baby shower to attend before that, and so I'm gonna have to get ready, but not anytime soon. But yeah, so I am gonna try and read some more of Needless Street. I need to finish this book today. Like, that's just what it is. And then I think I'm going to read The OK Witch tonight. Even if I'm not still reading this book, I'm gonna read that. And then I'm going to, I think, read The Haunting of Avalyn Jones at the beginning of this week. So, probably starting tomorrow. But we're getting through this book today because I am determined to do it. I'm about to read some more of Needless Street. We are getting through this book tonight. I don't care what it takes. I'm doing it. And then I'm going to finish The OK Witch. So that will be 2 books down. And I'll have 2 more to go. But I'm finishing this tonight because I've been on this book for too long. And I'm ready to keep going. It's not that I'm not enjoying this book. It's just my week, like my weekend, and today we're kind of busy, and it was just a lot. So we're going to do it. But let's hope it goes well. I feel like, oh my god, I feel like I have to get my genuine reaction to what is going on in this book. I'm like 65-70% through this book. I'm on page 213. Y'all, what is happening? Oh my gosh. The things that are going on right now are insane. Insane. I am legitimately, like, this feels like watching a horror movie. I feel the creepiness coming. I feel terror. I feel the adrenaline starting, and I feel like that's why I'm like wide awake at almost midnight, is because I'm like determined to finish this book, and I have to know how it ends. And I'm just like, what is going on? I'm messaging Keisha, I'm messaging Olivia, because I'm just like, what the heck? I'm uncomfortable, I'm terrified, I don't know what is happening. But I just had to come on there so you guys can see like how, oh my gosh, this is definitely at least gonna be a 4-star read. I already know, because that was just like, wow. I have not been on here to update in a while, which is crazy. I mean, I didn't update yesterday, so I guess it's really not that crazy, but I didn't update Sunday, I don't think, either. So, anyway, it's Tuesday, the 19th, and we are on day 5 of Summerween. I have 2 days left. I finished The Last House on Needless Street. You guys will have seen the reactions that I had. That was insane. It was a really great book, though, and I'm so happy that I read it, and yeah. So, I'm very excited. I think me and Olivia are going to end up buddy reading Sundial when we can as well. Right now, I am doing some fabulous homework. I'm on my last, look at that, y'all, final exam. So, that is my last, this will be my last school thing that I have to do until school officially starts back in August. I am using Sprints. Naomi from Naomi's Library and her boyfriend are doing sprints right now on her channel. We're having a blast. I'm telling her how much she needs to come and see me in South Carolina here, you know. But I'm gonna do this homework. I also finished The OK Witch, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna give 5 stars, because that's a graphic novel that I really, really like. It's one of my favorites so far, and I would recommend it for anybody to read, because the artwork in it is great, the storyline is great. They put like the Salem witch trials and like witch history in there, which I always love, so it's definitely a new favorite. So far we're looking at possibly 2 new 5-star reads for Summerween. Okay. But after I finish this homework, I'm gonna get started on The Haunting of Avalyn Jones. And this is a book that I could possibly read in a night, but I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna read it in a night because we don't know. But it is very possible. Let's see, I'm trying to look at how many pages it is. So it's 215 pages, and the writing in it is like, I'm trying to get to a good part where you can see. The writing in it is like pretty big, so I'm pretty sure I can read it. It looks so super cute. I'm just so ready for this. But the goal is to either, if I don't finish this tonight, to finish it tomorrow. I'm gonna get through a good portion of it tonight, I hope, and get through as much tomorrow as I can, and hopefully finish it, and then start my last book of the readathon, which is the Final Girl Support Group. And then, yeah, so I'm doing live sprints tomorrow with Olivia and Lauren and Elizabeth on Olivia's channel, and hopefully we're gonna knock out some reading. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish this homework, and I will probably see you guys in the morning. Oh my gosh, I am about to leave my house to be on my way to take my final exam for my math class. I'm super nervous. I think that I'm okay though. I'm confident. That's what we're remaining, is confident in this day. And then I have sprints tonight with Lauren, Olivia, and Elizabeth, and I'm super freaking excited for it. Literally cannot wait. And we are just going to try and power through our Summerween TBR, because tomorrow is the last day, so it is what it is. But I got 30% of the way through Avalyn Jones, and it's really cute so far. A little disturbing, not gonna lie. If I would have read this when I was younger, I'd have been scared. But yeah, it's going good so far. I'm hoping to finish that before sprints tonight, which is totally possible since today is like my last day of school, and it will be like in an hour or two. But we're just going to power through that one, and then I'm going to start the Final Girl Support Group and read that in the next 2 days. And I will have read all of the books on my TBR for Summerween that I originally picked out. I've never done that before. Usually I'm having to like fit the prompts to what I read and like cheat a little bit. Like, I usually pick more than I can handle and end up with books that I didn't read, but I moved the prompts around to fit the books that I did read. Whatever. So it's a little bit of cheating, but it gets the job done. But this time I won't have to move prompts around. I really have done it. So yeah, I'm very excited and I can't wait. So let's go get this math over with. I'm done with school. I'm so excited. But anyway, I'm very, very excited. I don't have to do anything for school anymore until the end of August. So I have like over a month of just like relaxation where I'm just working and reading, and that's it. That's gonna be the rest of my summer. So I'm about to go treat myself to some Chick-fil-A for completing school. And I am going to do that, and then I'm going to come back to the boys' house. I've just been sitting up here like while the dogs are, like while I'm watching the house and the dogs and doing all that stuff. I've just been sitting here and I was doing school stuff and getting work done, but now I get to read. Like I said, I was 30% through Avalyn Jones, and I am hoping to finish that today. It's just now 12 o'clock, so I have plenty of time to finish it and to start the Final Girl Support Group. But I'm also probably going to watch some Gilmore Girls and maybe edit a few clips, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go do that. My mom did have to end up going to the emergency room. Or not the well, yeah, I guess it was the emergency room. My dad's was trying to see if I could take her, but I had my final exam this morning, so I couldn't. And so my grandma ended up taking her, and my mom found out she has appendicitis, so they're gonna be scheduling surgery today to try and, you know, relieve that and take her appendix out. So yeah, it's super scary. Surgery to me is just really scary because you never know what can happen or what can go wrong. But you're just like hoping and praying that nothing goes wrong, and that's just basically where I'm at right now. But my dad and my grandma are both up there with her, so she didn't want me and my sister to come up there and like sit around and wait. So my dad is just keeping in contact and keeping us updated of what's happening, and hopefully the best possible outcome is going to be that they do her surgery laparoscopically and she gets to come home tonight and doesn't have to stay overnight in the hospital. But if she does end up staying overnight, I will probably go up there at some point. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I do have sprints tonight with the girls, so I'm really hoping that nothing interferes with that. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and I will keep you guys updated throughout the day of things that I hear as well. So let's go get this Chick-fil-A though. So I think I've already explained to you guys how terrible I am at doing wrap-up clips and like ending my videos. So especially vlogs, they're just hard to end. But I just wanted to come on here and say I loved Needless Street. It went amazing. It was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it. It was so interesting and well written. I know that Sundial's not like the exact same kind of thing that she wrote with the Needless Street book, but I am very excited to pick that one up very soon. I think it's going to be great. The OK Witch was so adorable, and I know I didn't make a spooky treat to really go with this, but I made brownies at some point, so I'm gonna let that count as a treat that I made. I also really enjoyed The Haunting of Avalyn Jones. Super cute, and also very spooky for a middle grade book. Like, had me kind of scared. It gave me the feeling though of being 12 again and reading books like that. Like, I remember reading Mary Downing Hahn because there was a book that I was obsessed with her that kind of got me into reading, which was very strange because I was not like into horror or scary things when I was younger. But the book Deeper, Darker, and Dangerous, or Deep, Dark, and Dangerous, I don't remember the exact title, but that book I used to love. I have read it multiple times. It's a great book, and she did such a great job on that. And so The Haunting of Avalyn Jones kind of brought me back to remembering how that book felt reading it the first time, and I cannot wait to pick up the next one in that series. And I think I'm going to do it closer to fall because it's definitely going to be worth the read. Unfortunately, I did not finish the Final Girl support group. I got about 50 pages in, but I just ran out of time, and that seems to happen to me a lot during readathons, but you know how it is. So we tried, we gave it a valiant effort. It didn't work out, but that's okay. So it was really good. Like, I was enjoying it, and it definitely caught my attention and had me wanting to read more. But I did decide to like put it on pause and pick it back up later, like during maybe spooky season when I'm feeling more like spooky books. So I put it back on my shelf for now. But it was such a successful overall like week for Summerween. I got to do so many things. I got to read, you know, I got a 5-star read and 2 4-star reads out of it. So I think that I would call that successful. I'm sure that you guys would too. But I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you've enjoyed it and want to see more. And I will see you guys in the next one.